During the session before this one, I'm coming up with new ways to say last time, launching from Zozo, the capital of Durlusk and place of learning, on top of a gliding vessel, slingshot into the sky, called a Thopter. You soared through the clouds above the sand, past floating land, past terrestrial dangers, straight into a weather warning. The grey mist surrounding the dead kingdom of Cyril and ever so slowly encroaching upon the rest of Khorzaire was a curtain of rain, within which was an eternal storm. Flying through the turbulent winds took much concentration, which was shattered immediately when you were boarded and attacked by flying creatures, among them an ancient manticore. This lion creature, with wyvern wings and a human's face, demanded your own humans, so that it would feast upon them in exchange for killing you later. Pastiche turned down this fine and friendly deal, and together all of you defeated the beasts. Which unfortunately ended up crashing in a house. Quick thinking by Xalia to use summoned tentacles to restrain and hold the ship's wings together allowed you to descend easier and evade grievous wounds. And altogether catastrophe. After levitating down from Makayla's help, Elena prayed to Selene to heal the hurts of most in order to continue on. You look around outside of the house you coasted into, which you're all still in at the moment, and you find yourself in something of a castle town, surrounded on all sides by wanderers. Creatures with beady red eyes stalking towards your cacophony, and shrieks of Gloomstalkers in the sky, all under the pouring rain. What would you like to do?
Everyone's okay, right? Like, there's no complications from crashing?
Everyone's dead.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the afterlife.
Yeah.
I mean,
you take a quick look over everybody, and there's some smearings of like bruise and blood and hurt. Everyone's in clear pain, but it looks like with the blessings of Selene brought down by Elena Moonstrider, everyone is a-okay except for someone who like coughs and like tumbles out of some wood that smashed on top of them. This bugbear of a boatswain stumbles and limps out of some like wood and 2x4s and 3x8s and an
I
entire
hope you mean
ship.
they're literally a bugbear.
They are literally a bugbear.
Good.
well, I like.
It's like they've got
They're
like,
also.
they've got like
go ahead.
4-foot arms. it's your bosun.
Yeah. He is. They're just being a baby because they were actually caught by one of my vultures and just dropped unceremoniously on the ground. They didn't crash.
Oh help! I'm hurt. Oh,
They're fine.
I was attacked.
We were all attacked. That's why we're here. But be careful. Keep yourself quieter. This is. Well, we are in the thick of the morning now. This is extremely dangerous territory. I was hoping we could simply fly right over all of this, but well, that would be simply too easy, wouldn't it? Makayla would sort of be constantly sort of on guard and looking out various windows and openings to try and make sure there's not like wanderers approaching us
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
or anything from the sky about to like swoop down. a 19.
There are wanderers everywhere.
Mm-hmm. But do they seem to be aware we're in this
There
location?
are a couple
Or are they
wanderers
just shambling?
shambling around, but in your general direction. You can hear the clomping, clumsy footsteps of a larger beast.
Mm-hmm.
To your right, like as you would look
Yeah, I
out
look
of
south.
here,
It'd be...
to the west on the map. But you can through the windows you can peek out and see that there are wanderers coming, or wanderers wandering towards your location.
Hmm.
Oh,
There are wanderers.
Yeah.
well, if we have landed into the thick of things, then best if we are prepared for at least a stealth mission to get some freedom. Yeah, everybody could gather around.
Gathers.
Human.
Lorps over.
You
Hey,
have some
baby.
more, Chuman?
Why did you immediately get in my way?
The Raven apologizes profusely. I'm sorry, you said gather around.
No, I was just like going to lie down, and then I get to bed. Figment gets up from where she was, moves directly in front of me.
That's how ravens perch. Human gets down on one knee for a second to concentrate, and then cast Pass Without Trace within the area.
Okay.
And
Each
for the
creature
bonus, I'm gonna give it the Twig.
well, it's each creature you choose, so you can choose everybody.
Oh, it's everybody. Okay, I thought it was actually just one based off of the rules.
Yeah, it's each creature you choose, and there's just no limit to people that you choose. You
Okay,
could even choose yourself.
everybody then.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
This should help us at least stay quiet, but try to not make too much noise.
Oh.
Speaking of noise,
This-
you hear thump, whomp, as the wanderers raise their hands against random parts of the house's construction, looking for a way in.
This might be exactly what we need. Thank you, Human. And I think we should best take advantage of it as soon as we can. I don't think we'll be safe in here for much longer. Is this like the front of a house?
Yes.
Like the south side? So, is there any back entrance?
There's a window.
There's a
Like-
hole in the ceiling, right?
There's also a hole.
Oh.
Xalia loves spider climb. My favorite button. She's gonna use it.
All right.
She's also going to be like looking at construction, see if there's anything interesting on the walls or whatnot.
Okay. Investigation for that one. And
Okay.
yeah, like wish wish whoop, and Xalia sheathes herself in the ability to climb any surface.
Yep.
Move up, down, and all around.
Whoa.
Like a spoder.
Okay. Let's see here. The walls are pretty trashed. A ship did just crash into this house after all.
No way.
Like there was a bureau full of really old clothes that is now split open and spewing its linens across the wooden floor. Rain's leaking in from various parts. Various parts of the house are crumbled or destroyed otherwise, where you can see outside, but maybe not particularly fit. without destroying it some more. To the back is like a farmhouse kind of window, like where it's huge and it's got the pie rest where you bake an apple pie and you put it on the little sill on the windowsill. It's big window, and then there is a huge gaping hole where there seems to be the remains of a gliding vessel that has smashed into the
No way. They have gliding technology?
Your ingress is smashed into the west.
She's gonna skitter up the top of the ceiling. Same hole we came in.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, so you're on top of the house now, probably. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay.
Yep.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
It is a time of day, like it's daytime, but it's raining heavily.
It's gray.
It's pretty gray. While you're up here, you're immediately drenched, like it's pouring, like it's storming. You can see a couple wanderers around the residence that you're currently in. It's just, but it's not like a ton. There are two to your southeast, and then one to your southwest. You can see a larger creature resembling some sort of raptor, but they've got problems where their intestines are showing. They should probably tuck that back in. And you can see a clump of activity to the map's northwest, like immediately. It's raining a little too hard, unfortunately, with the 6 perception, raining a little too hard to see what's going on. But yes, there's something going on over here. There's a lot of like quick movement, but it's contained in that area. You can see a couple other residences around you. You can see like a little river or like aqueduct or whatever, similar to the ones that you saw in Luxnox, and a couple like little wooden moldy bridges crossing them.
Sorry, say that again?
Directly, like very close to the house, there's like a little river or like an aqueduct or something, with water flowing through it. There's some wooden moldy bridges set to cross over it. You can see plenty of other shadows of buildings and ramps. Sorry, not ramps. Planks and ladders connecting some houses together. Yeah.
Let's get her over to the aqueduct.
Okay.
I guess we... Oh, go ahead.
Shortly after Xalia crawls out of the building, Pastiche is gonna zip up onto the roof next to her.
Okay. Pew.
Hello.
As you go to leave, there's like a sucking sound, like a, and out comes Pastiche in a blast of ink. You're now also on top. Get out of here.
I guess in between that moment.
As Pastiche and Xalia skitter away, Twig's just gonna look to Chuman and Makayla and say, just in case things go wrong. And he's gonna cast Gift of Alacrity on both of them.
Noise.
Nice.
You can add a 1d8 to your initiative rolls.
Nice.
As the
Much appreciated.
pounding at the front of the house gets louder, you can hear distorted raptor noises. I'll play some for you.
So true.
As that, I guess Chuman's gonna try to look for another exit. I guess like either south or east.
Okay.
Oh,
Possible.
sorry, west.
Yeah, possible exits are you could try to squeeze through where your ship ingressed. There's the big window over here. You could smash your way through this soggy wood over here as well, probably. So, so as far as the map goes, west, north, east, just there's stuff in the way, west and east, and it's just a window to the north.
It's a big window. It shouldn't be too hard to get through, right?
Big window. It's like one of those huge 4 panes, but yeah.
Is the glass shattered or is it still intact?
Actually, sorry, I was immediately gonna say no, but a ship did just crash into this thing. Yeah, it's totaled. It's gone.
Okay.
Broken, jagged glass remains in the window. It's already been hit by pain pills.
It makes sense to me to go out that way.
Well, if we
Yeah,
focus our way out
carefully.
the back, I believe I have at least an option for the ones that's at the front door. And Chuman pulls out the kaboom arrow.
I would just
Twig said
caution
it.
on. Yeah, I would advise caution on starting any conflict. We could easily be overwhelmed and surrounded here.
Of course.
How many have perished.
Of course.
Pastiche will
it's-
sort of call down from the roof. Whatever you decide on, make it quick. I can't see much from here, but it's not good.
Speaking of seeing, give me a perception check, Pastiche, while you're up there.
You got it.
Your statement stands. You can see Xalia skittering down off towards the immediate kind of water aqueduct flowy thing.
Mhm.
So she's kind of like right here.
I'll gonna cast very quickly. Makayla will cast. Since just because did not roll very well on those perception checks.
know that.
Makayla will cast enhance ability. I use wisdom on herself. So advantage on wisdom checks.
Okay.
On all wisdom checks.
We can't see nothing. Michaela's like, I'll see about that. Who's this going up?
Me, myself.
Sure.
Oh my god, how long have I been muted?
Oh
Not very
no.
long, but
I think the only thing I remember is can't see shit, Captain, right there.
Yeah, Xalia and Pastiche, you're unable to see much, so in response, Makayla blesses her eyes with the sprightliness of youth.
and would say to the group, including the boat swarm that seems to be like
He's
all the way to
he's
the
like
end.
trying to get like past the ship and squeeze out. He's
Go ahead.
he's pretty spooked.
Stay with us. Someone stay together. Stay close. Be very cautious on everything here. This is a land of death. In despair, there is nothing
Yeah, and I'm
That's
trying to
really
get out.
over-
safe.
Sailors over the aqueduct.
Okay, yeah, Xalia,
Caution
you.
first and foremost.
As Makayla is saying caution first and foremost, Xalia skitters down, goes into the aqueduct. It is filled with water, naturally.
Like, skittering, like, over the sides.
Okay. And then you're traversing over it, like to the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. You go down and hold your breath for a moment to climb down the side, then climb across the bottom, then climb up, and then you put yourself on the other side. As you arrive, you immediately notice that the commotion that you couldn't see, what is going on is there are a throng, like a crowd of wanderers. They're all throwing themselves and like kicking and like gnawing and slapping and just generally attacking something that you can't see in between all of them. But by golly, there's a ton of them. They appear to be focused on this thing, so perhaps they don't see you quite yet, but you are suddenly very close to them.
Bailey will minor illusion a small diorama of this to the gamers. And put a big red arrow toward the center with a big question mark and a few exclamation points around the arrow as time begins to slowly pass.
Yeah, Makayla is starting to like lead out the window, I'd say, at this point. And I guess making her way, sort of shimmying across to the bridge? Or
Yeah.
do you know like where this is? Are you like indicating it's a solution, like where this is, or just like that you see this?
It will be like a little like cut, like isometric, not isometric, but like little like landscape.
Okay.
Effectively, yeah. So you will know relative to the house at the very least.
Alright, well, that path might be blocked, but at least they're distracted for now. We could use that. And if like possible, because this is like well, how like deep is the aqueduct?
5 feet. Sorry, it's not 5 feet. It's 6 or 7 feet.
Okay. It's a swim. I guess.
Give me a perception.
Oh wait,
check while you're here.
Yeah, I will. But I forget. Are you Pastiche? Are you the type of wizard that can like create something?
Yeah.
Create a thing? Would you be able to make a small bridge that could just like cross sort of diagonally that way, like, away from?
No.
You're gonna have to ask Pastiche instead of Thulius.
Yeah. I mean, I think Makayla would just say like, "I the type of wizard that could do that." Advantage perception. 27.
Okay. Yeah, you see through the rain, like through the pouring storm, you can see these people over to the right, and then you can see the wooden bridge that crosses the aqueduct. Lots of boxes and barrels, all soggy and sodden. There is more architecture that kind of forms like 2 ways to traverse through town. You notice that there don't seem to be any undead that would love to kill you to the west. But there is definitely some kind of like unhealthy focus of the undead towards whatever they're trying to attack in the middle
Just like
here.
a mob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely reminiscent of a town mob.
Chuman sees which direction that Makayla goes in the aqueduct. He motions to the rest. Quickly, get out of here.
Obviously, trying to be stealthy, so if we need to make stealth checks.
Yeah.
Get plus
absolutely.
10 on it.
Yep. Do you want those now?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so we've an executive decision to not try to help whatever they're eating.
I think Makayla would say, oh, wow, natural 20 on that stealth check.
God damn, 36.
Yeah, Makayla, I think at some point, I don't know how she would communicate this to you, Xalia. I mean, she's outside, so you could like see her, I guess.
Yeah.
But Makayla is thinking like, this is not a place for heroics. We should focus on making sure we can get through this, or else we could easily get overrun. It happened to too many people who thought they could save a lost soul within the morning. We have to keep moving. We can be thankful for the opportunity that whatever that is in the center of that is giving us. And yeah, she would just like, to you, I guess, Xalia, she'd just shake her head, kind of sorrowfully, and like be moving in a different, like pointing in a different direction.
Twig? Through the window.
As Twig heads out the window, he's gonna take a glance over to the group and see if he can spy what's in the center, or who.
Sure. Give me a perception check. As you like get outside and like you're down in this little tiny walkway between you and this little aqueduct, and on the other side is this 13. Okay, there's just too many bodies. They're all it's a mishmash. It's like they're one undulating thing, all just beating the crap out of something.
Oh, I should have made that still check at disadvantage, I think, because of my armor.
Yes, please.
Goodbye, natural 20.
Chuman will he'll come out last as he tries to get everyone out.
Okay.
I'll just make another one. Still a 19. Alright, still pretty good. 35.
Simply roll high. What are you guys scared of?
I mean, the killer is super cautious right now, so.
Okay, so Chuman's the last out. Pastiche, how are you?
Pastiche is just kind of keeping an eye out from the roof. As they see Chuman and everyone else make their way outside, they're gonna sink into another puddle of ink. And
okay, right before you do that, right before you cast your spell, like as you're doing the incantations for it, on the opposite side of the home that you're currently standing on, you see a silhouetted figure running at full speed, just like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh towards your location. Squinting through the rain, it's barreling towards you.
Well, that's great news, because the plan was already to jump across to the building across the way.
Sick. All right.
I guess whoever's been folding or heading their way out, she was just kind of like, "Hurry, let's get out."
Let's see here. What will the other people roll? Strong from Elena.
Man, Pass Without Trace is such a strong ability.
Pass Without Trace is pretty strong. Dang, let's go Virage.
Let's go Virage.
Okay. Alma is going to perch on top of Elena. Alright, so
what about the boatsman?
You see him as you as you move across this tiny walkway to the west, and you come around the outside of the house, where the ship is part of the house now. You see squeezing out a bugbear. He just kind of like stumbles out, half falls in the wet sand, sending like sending a wave up, and then just gets up, looks around, brushes himself off.
Makayla just shakes her head, but just please be careful.
Let's see. Elena, her crossbow, no, sorry, her mace is currently on fire. As she's being sneaky, she'll tuck it under her cloak and keep the light from attracting attention. Chuman, being the last one out, as you are exiting via the window, egressing, as you would, you hear a slam, a crash, and the sound of wood splintering everywhere. You look back, and slamming through is a twisted visage of the boar, the boar person aboard your ship that was of the punching persuasion, and they have just punched a way through this building, and they're looking around wildly. Quick decision, what would you like to do?
I don't know if this works both ways, but Chuman will jump out and dismiss the Wildfire spirit.
Okay.
Like he would try to nimbly jump out to make as little of a splash as possible.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. DC is 13. Alright.
Oh no.
Chuman, in your, with the sudden
we have
change...
the special inspiration, right? Like the use it or lose it, or is that just a +1?
Oh, yeah. If you guys, just as a reminder, we changed the inspiration, so all of you have an inspiration. You can use that to re-roll a single d20 as normal. You get one at the beginning of every single session, and you either use it or lose it. You don't. You can't bank them. So if you want to use your inspiration that you have, you can. Okay. That's an improvement. So the rest of you, no, let me back. So Chuman, you hop out, but the feature refused to change. Chuman, you hop out of the window. Suddenly, there's terror at the entrance to the home as this door gets busted down by this werebore, and in comes flowing more and more undead. You immediately hop out and just, with a flick of your wrist, you wisp away the Wildfire spirit. Lose your footing just a little bit on the narrow walkway, and sploosh, go in the water. The rest of you hear this.
Makayla just stops and cringes at the sound. Just looks over. Actually, would look over and then instantly sort of looking around to try and see what that has caught the attention of.
You see poking out from the giant farmhouse window this desiccated, muscles visible, feathered crested face of a raptor just poking its head out of the window, out of the house.
Could Chuman try to because obviously he's lower than the house. Can he try to try to against the house in the aqueduct to hide?
Sure. Give me a stealth check. You quickly. Nice. Yeah, that works. As the rest of you are moving away, let's see, Pastiche, you can see one of the in this throng of people just having at it at something. You can see one or two of them stop for a moment, pause, and they were hunched over. Then they stand straight up, and then they turn around menacingly. as the rest of the group goes over here to the west. Little bosun crosses the bridge.
I think while she was crossing, maybe Makayla would have seen Pastiche on the roof of the building over here.
Mm-hmm.
She would say, I think Pastiche has the right idea, actually. It might be safer to travel via rooftops if we can. Stay off the streets. We'd be vulnerable to things from above, but I think there'll be a lot more wanderers just blocking our paths otherwise. And then Makayla would start to use her bonus action to hover and say, like, if you need any assistance climbing, I can give you all a lift.
Pastiche, meanwhile, noticing Chuman huddled against the wall down in the aqueducts, is going to start painting a few shapes in the air. Call out to him. Chuman, why don't you join us up here? And open up a portal underneath him.
Suddenly, Chuman, a portal to an unknown dimension opens beneath you. You fall through, and you reappear at a place of Pastiche's choosing.
Up here, right next to me.
You mean not in the middle of...
Right in the center of the death pile.
Not yet.
It'd be pretty funny.
Actually, since you're over there now, both of you, since you're taking a look at what's going on over there, especially Pastiche because you mentioned it, give me a perception check.
Sure.
From both of you.
Okay.
Not bad. Okay. In your new vantage point, close, high up, the bodies kind of swarming around to do this mayhem against something in this middle. You can actually see what it is. It looks like a humanoid. It's not moving. It's just holding a pose where, like, one hand, its right hand is kind of clawed, raised in the air. The other one is positioned just at a bent 90-degree elbow, close to it. It's looking up towards the sky. It's kind of contorting its body sideways as if it's mid-stride. And it's not moving. Maybe it's held in, like, this rigor mortis position or something. But in 18, as it continues to get wailed on, there, in a lightning flash, you can see that the skin of this person is gray. Its hair is not even just tufts or hair. Is like it's all one kind of thick thing. It's made of stone. It's a statue they're killing. Its countenance is hung open as if yelling, screaming towards the sky.
I suppose some sort of decoy.
Yes, you see it too then. Something of a relief knowing they'll attack non-living things.
As long as we can keep them
need a
distracted.
distraction of our own.
Right. Probably arrows from different areas could help. If need be. Chuman looks back over to the rest of the group. Or at least looks around now that he's at a different vantage point for the rest of the group.
You see Makayla slowly levitating and floating higher in the air, and
Well, I think I'd be like carrying, I guess, one of the various NPCs who cannot climb or get up on their own. So I'd be like trying to carry Virvald or Boatswain or Elena. Any who would have difficulty getting up on their own.
Virvald folds his arms. He gives you this look that just says, "Are you serious?"
I give him a look back that is like deadly serious. Do you wish to survive in a land cursed for over 1,000 years where nothing has ever lived? Or do you want to die?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god, only a 13.
Virvald rolls his eyes. Still being stealthy, he makes his way down the alley. I ain't climbing nothing. Slip, fall, break through a house. I already fell through a house. There wasn't no bear in that one.
Breath the streets knowing they are literally crawling.
There's nothing crawling in this one.
Oh boy.
Alright, well, if he refuses, Makayla's not just gonna let him, like, walk into his death. So Makayla would... we can't simply... We can't split out. Even if it's a bad idea, it's better to go through with it as a group.
Pastiche, have you gotten a chance to look up for
Makayla would
further ahead?
start moving on the ground.
Not much. The footing's not great up here. Do watch your step. I've just been watching the immediate surroundings, looking for any threats.
Right. How many more of those warp spells do you have?
Enough to take care of myself, certainly.
Alright. Have to make do. Chuman tries to at least look further ahead and also take a look at this gap in between the houses.
Okay.
See if he can kind of step over. Either step or like maybe light jump over.
Okay, give me a perception check. What do you perceive?
Use the dice!
This gap, you would have to jump it. It's an easy jump for you though, Chuman. But you would have to become airborne for a moment and then land on the other roof. It's like a 7-foot gap between houses. As you look around, I mean, vision's hard. It's raining. It's not quite a darkness, so you're able to see perhaps a little bit better than your companions, but it's still something blocking your vision as the water, like falling rain, messes with your sight. It's like trying to look through fog, except this is in the liquid state instead of gaseous state.
Right.
You can see...
like, would any, I guess, like, figure be moving in the midst of the rain?
Let's see. You're looking out towards this northern part. Yeah, you can see a off in the distance. Distance is relative. It's hard to see. Off in the distance, you can see a larger, kind of rotund, like circular figure silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
They're just lumbering around. They conveniently walk up next to a house, and they kind of, like, their head is as tall as the roof, so you can ascertain that they're kind of big.
Chuman's just gonna...
Pastiche is going to start making their way to the west towards the other group,
Okay.
carefully climbing over to this other roof.
Being very careful. It's a little bit slower going, but yeah, you can do that without issue. Testing each place before you put your weight on it. One part does feel like it's going to crumble in, so you just choose another more structurally sound part. And since you know where to look, even though they rolled incredible stealth rolls, you know where they are, and they're just kind of hunkered down in this alley, moving forward. Looks like they're not dead, or undead, even better.
Chuman looks back over and sees Pastiche heading down. And he's gonna step over. Would it be... Did you climb it from this position here? It's like in between the houses to the roof?
Yeah, if you climb down and then go around and then climb back up. Yeah, you could probably accomplish that.
Yeah. Chuman's gonna at least follow suit behind Pastiche and kind of slowly make his way to the roof ahead, just to climb up and get another vantage view.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, everything... The coast seems clear over here. There are no wanderers skulking the alleyway. There are numerous vegetables. Of course, very old and rotted, and it's just matter at this point. You imagine it would be pretty smelly over here if it were not for the rain patting everything down. Destroyed, soggy crates, walls of the houses sagging down with the weight and with the way the rain just over time. It's amazing how everything is still remotely structurally sound. As this group moves through this alleyway here, with the wet sand kicking up your feet and sticking to your boots and your soles. Twig, it feels like you've run into something, but not really. Like it's just like this quick feeling of like a string, like hitting your beak and then falling away, and not quite sure what's going on there, but that is something that you feel. Xalia, you feel it too.
I've been muted. What specifically, sorry?
It feels like some very thin, weightless force just grazes across your arm. It sticks to you briefly and then falls away.
Xalia is going to manipulate her arm to have an impression where she felt it. Like, leave behind an indent.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Twig would freeze when he felt it and just take a look around for like tripwires or traps or anything suspicious.
Sure. Let's see. Investigation, as if you're looking for traps. All right.
Cool.
An 8. That'll... you look around. It's really difficult to see here in the pouring rain. It's storming outside. The thunder crashes around you. Nothing here but wet sand, lost souls, and rain. I'll say like every once in a while, it looks like a raindrop might be out of place, but it's so fleeting that it's almost as if you're just trying to spook yourself out.
Makayla, did you feel that just now?
I didn't feel anything, right?
Nope.
No. What? What did you feel?
Xalia points to her arm indentation.
It's like a small, like a very thin line, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
It was like a hair fell on me, or a string or something.
or perhaps a thread? Should ask questioningly.
I suppose.
I heard there have been many stories I've been told about this land from my parents as they lived through this catastrophe in the first place, but one I only vaguely remember is stories of ghostly spiders. I don't know how much, perhaps there was truth to that. I don't know if that was real or just simply something to scare me as a child. But I guess Makayla at this point would look back to Xalia and sort of remember that you're not from here. And it's like, forgive me, Xalia, but I often forget that you are not native to Khorzaire. How much are you familiar with the fall of Cyril and the morning?
Xalia will stick out her hand and wiggle it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll a history check to get an exact amount?
Sure.
Okay.
You are learned. You certainly remember everything that you have encountered during your own adventures. That is Khorzaire adjacent. And you can make up one fact.
I can make up. I can make up one fact.
Yeah. So, like, in addition to everything that you know, you can make up one fact. You rolled pretty decent.
Quick mechanics question: in my position, am I considered just in darkness?
You are considered.
Like
you are considered in rain. Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's daytime. It's like 3 in the afternoon or something. But yeah, you would be considered in darkness.
Okay.
Cool.
I made up fact.
Fun. Yeah. Makayla would just simply say, like, well, the morning is an ever-storm of curse and malice. It blighted everything it touches. It's not... There are things worse than wanderers here. Hence why I believed it would have been better to stay out of the streets. And then she keeps moving.
Let's see here. As Makayla turns and takes a couple more steps, Makayla, you also run into something that's not there. It's just like a wisp of thread, just slides against your cheek and then falls away. You look where it is, but there's nothing there.
Am I able to make a perception check to, like, try and follow how that thread felt?
If you want, yeah.
My perception is pretty good right now. 21.
21 will do it. As this thing floats against you and then falls away, almost as if just this gentle caress of this incredibly light thing. You just look around, try to follow it, and then look. There is a lightning flash, like a, and with that light, suddenly flashing into existence, you look around, and with your keen eyes, blessed by Ait, you see a number of quick flashing, like, twinges or glistens in the lightning flash. It falls away from you. There is a crisscross of glistening just hanging in the air in front of you. And there's a number of kind of floating light threads near your, just kind of all over this alleyway. Look around. That's it.
Do I get the impression that this is a web?
You get the
Of
impression
threads.
that there's a lot of glistening things. You can make whatever you want to make out of it. I'm just here to scare you.
Sure. Be cautious, there's what appears to be sort of... I think we are walking into a den of something arachnid.
Xalia gives herself spider eyes and fangs. Two minor illusions herself some extra arms.
As Pastiche hears Makayla's warning, they're gonna like pause, stop climbing the roof, just perch on the corner, while everyone else turns this corner.
Okay.
Just
Chuman's
observe
just-
intently.
Also continuing to give a look out on the front.
I think Makayla would unsheath the Ember Blade, not ignite it, but sort of use it to just kind of keep, like, cutting. I know the threads aren't, like, impeding yet, but, like, she'd be using it to just kind of cut through whatever threads are in front of her that she'd be able to see.
Yeah.
If she moves forward.
Makes sense to me. As you unsheath the Ember Blade and take it into your hand, the badge of fire on your chest flares up. In anticipation, the glistening of the threads is no longer visible to anybody, like even as they're pointed out. You don't see them anymore.
It's okay. Makayla, at least, is aware of their presence. Like, doesn't necessarily know where they are, but just knows they exist, and would just could have, like, almost as if, like, cutting through a vine in front of her, just cut through them as she moves forward.
Right.
And
then-
just to try and clear a path, because she doesn't want to. She is taking no chance. She is being as cautious as she could possibly be with, like, everything right now.
Makes sense to me.
Stay close behind me. Anything living in this area, well, it certainly does not mean us well.
You feel the sensation of your group catching up with you, and just boom, boom, boom. You feel the presence behind you. Pastiche, I've got news for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be surprised. The sensation of the group catching up to Makayla is none other than, is not the group. It is none other than a ghost spider. It comes out of nowhere. It literally phases into reality and like crawls out of this unseen trapdoor and raises its mandibles, and it goes to strike. Also, there's one near you about to eat you in.
Oh my god, they are so much bigger.
So I need everybody to roll initiative.
I cannot currently move. Could you roll initiative for me?
Absolutely.
Oh. This shouldn't be a 1, right? Because I have the thing that Twig.
So we got the 1d8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
1d8.
you can add a 1d8.
So I rolled a. Wait. Oh, did it automatically do it?
No.
No.
Okay, so
Okay, so
I rolled
you're at an 8.
8.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I should be at an 8.
Update combatant.
Thanks, Twig.
And then what should be your initiative, Chuman? With that
32. 32.
What the heck? How?
A casual 30, 33.
I double max.
Well, just, simply roll a natural 20.
2 natural
Human
20.
is too used to creatures in unseen environments.
Okay, this one.
I'm right.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm right at home.
These guys also roll initiative. Shabam.
Oi.
And also Xalia. Okay. Pastiche! Alert as you are, you see Makayla making small conversation with a face spider rearing up about to eat her. What would you like to do?
Pastiche swiftly reaches out, calls to Makayla, "Watch out!" and shoots a swarm of inky bees towards the giant spider.
Okay. Perhaps. Hiya.
Oof.
Sick.
The bees get caught in the ghostly webs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's canon to nature.
and then Pastiche is going to try to make their way down into the street from the roof.
Okay. The one right next to you, lurking towards Chuman, is going to try to bite you. In retaliation. Hiya! It's big. But not big enough.
Small, actually. Small and insignificant.
Yeah. as you try to slide down the roof to make it back with your party, you feel something like whizzing around towards you, trying to grasp you, but you narrowly avoid it. Which brings us to the spider turn. Let's see. This one crawls out of nothingness and immediately attempts to place its jaws on Chuman.
Can it see me? 'Cause
Uh,
unless it
I
touched
think
me, it wouldn't.
I think spiders have like
Spiders have
blind
wild
sight.
eyes.
Yeah.
A lot of
You-
spiders have conventionally had tremor sense, which is a different thing than blind sense.
Yeah.
Sight, I don't know if that's still true in this edition. Also, I
Uh,
can finally move again. Give me a second.
Cool.
Ugh.
The
Cat might
spider.
be free.
Does a 23 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. The spider crawls into reality, and as it sinks its mandibles into your shoulder, the thought crosses your mind, but I should be invisible to it.
Oh,
I need a Constitution saving throw from you. Okay. Let's see. Or half? Yeah. You suffered. Well, it will be 8 damage plus 1, so 9 damage. Some of it is poison.
Okay.
Then you look around. There's several. With your heightened adrenaline of the body, there are several. Oh, that Constitution would be for. Sorry, now I need a concentration check for.
Or the
Trace.
pass without trace.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Ow! It's on the line.
You see a number of glistening lines throughout the immediate area. And then this one. the other one, Makayla, as you're trying to get your companions to stay close. Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Oh, actually,
Armor is. This would be advantage.
yeah, it would be
for
an
me.
advantage. So 23 and 13 would be on Chuman, so this is at advantage.
It just makes it. Yeah. 20 hits me.
Need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Ay. Normal.
You suffer 32 damage.
Ouch.
Some of
That's
it's
a
poison.
lot of damage.
It's poison, you said?
It is poison. You feel this burning sensation of ouch course through your bag as it takes a bite out of you, or rather, it doesn't really like take a bite; it just injects this.
Not acid poison, right?
Acid is different.
Yep. Ay. End concentration.
Okay. Oh, I need another a separate one for you. The concentration check is
right.
different.
Oh, I thought. Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
It's Constitution for the poison, and then a separate one for concentration. Just slide me a quick one. All right, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, no.
Begin combat. Hi, Chuman. Terrible creature is upon you. This ghostly pale, translucent. You can almost see through it. Kind of cerulean, turquoise, bluish glow on this creature and its kind of like spotted abdomen. It is currently biting you. What would you like to do? And also Pastiche.
I am not grappled at the moment, correct?
Not yet. We can fix
Okay.
that.
So, Chuman will grunt in pain. Damn spider. And immediately cast Zephyr Strike
Cool.
to... I guess this will be a mechanics question. I guess, like, how far is the drop down?
It would be
That's the first
it would be a 10-foot drop. You look down and you can see some tarp of like awnings interfering with a solid drop, but in total it's 10 feet to the ground.
Okay. I guess how would the movement be affected with, I guess, like this direction?
Let's see. So getting onto the hay, it looks like the thatching, it would be like 5 foot down, and then getting down from there would be another 5 feet.
Okay. Chuman will make his way down. Actually, this is correct. Yeah. There we go. He'll make his way down and then to group up with the rest of the party. And will pull out his bow to fire at the ghost spider that just bit him.
Okay. Tell
Will
me
be Chuman will pull out 3 arrows all at the same time aimed at the spider. Confused at why the spider is hit. The spider can see him in the darkness.
more. Okay.
28 hit?
28 hits, absolutely. You know what? Just barely. It almost misses. Yeah, 26.
Go ahead and
hits.
roll the 3 attack.
Holy crap!
Alright,
Nice.
this is the first one.
The crit misses, by the way.
What? No way.
I have a special feat where crits always miss.
It has a cap.
Okay.
This is the first one. This is the second. And third is a critical. With I have to do this. That's for the Dread Ambush.
Cool.
This was for Zephyr Strike.
Let's see here. 11, 22, 32, plus 5, plus 6.
43?
I think you got him. Tell me the tale about how you kill a ghost spider. Which one, by the way?
The one right next to him.
The one that ate you? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me the story.
Bewildered by how a spider actually ended up seeing him in the darkness. Chuman has never seen a monster do that before. Immediately cast Zephyr Strike and swiftly make his way through in between the two spiders. And as he's dropping down onto the hay roof, pulls out his longbow with 3 arrows and turns to fire all 3 of them right at the mandibles, and then finally the last one at the eye, taking it down.
Yeah, shrieks and squibbles, and it like flips upside down and its appendages curling in towards itself.
And while Chuman's firing off this volley of arrows, Pastiche is again going to attempt to harangue this spider with a swarm of bees.
Okay. Consider it harangued. Harried. Fall prone. Can the spiders go prone? This one sure can.
Some bees tickle its soft underbelly. And then Pastiche is going to continue making their way down into the street.
Okay. The entire rest of the party.
Hello.
Go for it. In any order.
Xalia is going to walk up, full spider face, changing coloration to match this, and then just spider wave at it.
Okay. Xalia turns her skin this translucent, kind of bluey cream. You can see the cheekbones of Xalia. She taunts it mercilessly. Roll intimidation.
She's not trying to taunt it, she's making friends.
Oh, well, don't roll intimidation.
Okay.
I think Makayla would, cry out in pain of the bite, like on her, like attack from behind, and then would sort of swing around instinctively. I guess igniting the Ember Blade in her hand that she's already drawn, and just swing, cut at the foe behind her.
You have to say the magical phrase.
I don't think I've ever been told the magical phrase.
The magical phrase is "Let the sun rise."
Yeah, okay. Almost not realize what she's saying. Just sort of while doing it, just say "Let the sun rise," and sort of sweep across with the Ember Blade. Which one is the one I'm looking for here? Is it
attack,
versatile, or attack?
Well, attack is regular if you're holding it in one hand. Versatile is if you're holding it in 2 hands.
Okay. I didn't know.
No, sorry. Attack is attack. Attack is your attack roll, regardless.
Okay.
Damage is if you're holding it in one hand. Versatile is if you're holding it in 2 hands.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think it has. not like the actual item in inventory doesn't have the versatile tag, so I was like, oh, what is it? What does it have? A 22 to hit.
A 22 will hit this ghost spider.
You should have like super advantage on that, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it should.
You do
It's
have
prone.
advantage on this because it is prone.
I'll roll another one.
By a
Okay,
well-placed sapping
Okay.
sting.
Alright. 14 damage.
And
like that.
then also roll other formula.
Yeah, the 3d6, right?
Let's see here. Let me make sure it's indeed 3d6. Yeah, it is still 3d6.
And
Yeah.
is this creature undead? What's the arrow plus of 9?
No, it's certainly dead though. As
Oh,
you
okay.
as you whirl around and swipe, the Emberblade cuts through it easily, flames going everywhere, and then it immediately explodes into smoke and glitter, and not really glitter, smoke and ash and dust. It evaporates.
Kayla kind of looks down at her hand at the Emberblade. Now, I guess glowing in 40 feet of magical sunlight.
Yep.
Because I guess that's, yeah, she probably wouldn't have, like, subconsciously chosen magical darkness. So.
Yeah, do you want to do magical darkness? We can make it dark. You can
No,
eat all the light if you want.
I think it would still be sunlight. She would have subconsciously chosen that. And I think look at it for a second, like just almost in shock of the fact that she's holding it, wielding it, and using it as like actually as a weapon, and then quickly try to douse it to turn off its fire.
Okay. You're not quite sure how to accomplish this, so you waggle it a little bit, and then
Yeah.
kind of like hot potato it from one hand to another, to blow on it, and
I mean, I try and like resheath it.
okay. Yeah, you do that. It sheaths, and as it goes back into the scabbard, there's flames kind of pouring out of the small opening before it's extinguished. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we need anything else drawing more attention. Is everyone else okay?
Xalia looks rather sadly down at the dead spider.
It's not there.
That's so fucked up. She looks at where it was.
Dust pile that it was.
I'd say the only one is on the roof.
I believe we are fine. Are you okay?
That was a nasty bite you took.
I have been better, but I will manage.
Here, let me take a look at it. And Twig will pull something from his pack.
Let you approach.
So you can heal 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah, he watches Twig pulls out this little jar of ointment with it's sealed. It's like a wax paper rubber banded to it. He just takes it off and dabs this tan-looking ointment to it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And just in case, here, this too. Pastiche pulls out a small flask.
While that's happening,
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Chuman looks back to the rest of the party. Is everyone okay?
You get the affirmative from everyone. Elena's pushing past, trying to see Makayla. Makayla, are you okay?
I stand. For now. Be on alert. There could be more of them forward, but
As
we
that
have to keep moving.
happens, Chuman just gets back or like makes his way back onto the roof, but also looks around to see if there's any more ghost spiders.
Sure, perception check. Elena quietly mumbles, "Be safe." Everyone's juicing up Makayla, so you heal 6 more from Makayla's kind words.
Then after that, at least looking for any wanderers or any movement heading towards us.
Okay, 21's pretty good. You've become a little bit more accustomed to the rain. You see these little glistens zigzagging across the road, across the roof. You were stepping on them a moment ago. Hanging from all of the tarps going diagonally between the walls as if it were some kind of jungle gym. You are... They're everywhere, and evading them is impossible because of how fully they cover the landscape. But as you're watching them, trying to find a way, is it possible to get away from them? They fade out of existence, and you can no longer see these glistens, these silk threads, ghost out of view. A 21 also lets you see this lumbering creature that you saw earlier. You can see it come out of an alleyway now. It's this huge ogre-looking fella. He's got wounds. He's got swords sticking out of more wounds. Probably like 3 things, just 3 implements of weaponry, just hanging off of him. And he's got this massive lawnmower-sized chunk of something. It looks like he's holding like a shipping container, this long rectangle, and it like under his arm. He's seen better days, but he doesn't look like he's seen you yet.
But he's not heading towards our direction yet.
You're not sure at this exact instant. It has just walked out of this alley onto the intersection of the thoroughfare. It could go towards you, it could go away from you.
Whatever you guys are checking, make sure you make it quick. There's another wanderer, a big one. But I can't tell if it's heading our way yet.
The crew, Reravald, I guess Zozo's on Elena's shoulder. And Boatsworn, are they like following behind us, or are they lagging right now?
They're behind you. They look alert.
Okay.
That'd be Alma though, not Zozo.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Kayla, as cautiously as she can, though no longer magically stealth enhanced, would be, approaching forward, keeping near walls, and just trying to be like hyper aware of the surroundings.
Sure. I need new stealth checks from everybody without passive without a trace.
Uh-oh, sisters. Uh-oh, sisters.
Where's stealth? There it is.
Who knew the stealth was needed?
God, what? Me, heavy armor, disadvantaged. Still, like...
You can't lose.
Not the reason we failed the check.
I think you're the only one who really understands the danger here.
I think that's probably fair, considering...
The spiders are gone.
Yeah.
Like, her parents literally grew up experiencing this, and she's been told these stories, so that's probably fair.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone hunkers down. Elena looks a little concerned. She's looking around, maybe a little too spooked to be cautious. So like she's taking in quick breaths and kind of stumbling around. Everyone else, we defeated the spiders, dust hands. Yeah, Chuman, you're on top of a building, so that explains your natural one. But yeah, Chuman, as you survey the circumstance and everyone else moves. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone roll me. Actually, I will roll a 1d coin.
Whoa.
Cool. Okay, so danger done. Or sorry, danger of spiders.
No, danger's done. There's no more danger. No more danger at all. We're good.
Yeah, danger
Smooth
averted.
sailing.
Danger looms towards you as the big ogre, covered in weapons stabbed into him, lumbers towards your party's direction, Chuman. At this, Makayla, you cautiously look around at the around the area, and you can barely see a huge, leathery, thick, round with bulging muscles bulging through its skin, literally, not figuratively, about to round the corner into sight. You are currently not seen, and you're at the head of the group. So what's going on?
Upon seeing this massive creature, looking back at like where the group is, kind of still trickling in behind me, we'll try and quickly cast web on that alleyway between us.
Okay. So kind of like right around here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right here. Oh, it did not place the template, but
it did. There's a big old web here. I see it.
Yeah. Wait, do you see it?
Yeah. It's okay. So I mean, it doesn't
Whatever.
matter if it's on the tabletop
Yeah,
anyway. You cast web.
Yeah. It's just weird. Okay. I think I'm just being weird. It's fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna say DC 17 Dex. I guess when it starts its turn, but
Sure.
I don't know if we're in turn order yet.
As soon as Makayla does that, Pastiche is just going to dart across this opening to the other side of the alley.
Cool.
Makayla would sort of behind her to the group. It's like, perhaps the time for caution is over. Maybe we just simply need to move fast through this. And just make a break for it.
Yeah, Twig would start sprinting along.
Okay. Sprint. So as everyone, Chuman and Xalia, what are you guys doing as the situation
Skittering.
unfolds? Skitter.
I was gonna say, how far is my sight in this current condition?
It's kind of bad. You're probably like 60 feet.
60?
Yeah. Well, wait, no, you've got like ultra dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Because you're a Gloomstalker. As far as your token can see. Now that you're on high alert, you got adrenaline pumping through you. You just got bit by a spider. Suddenly, the dour visibility of the rain, you're able to kind of see through it.
All right. Chuman's gonna look behind and see the rest of the party kind of lagging and just motion. Quickly, hurry up, catch up to Makayla.
No, okay. The bosun says, and Fairbout is like, whatever. The bird's like fluff, 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 fluff.
And then I guess like look one more time at the big guy and see if is he coming towards me. Like, does he see me or is he just coming?
Let's find out. Let's roll a DC 17 Dexterity saving throw.
Just fails.
18 minus 2. It is as the group rushes across the alley, you can see its head snap towards a couple people making a little more commotion. Like Elena and the bosun like kind of trip and stumble, the wet sand kicking up. Xalia is skittering in
Skittering after you.
skittering after. The ogre fella sees this happen and begins starting over. You can hear this kind of bellow roar as it brings up its huge shipping container that it has in its hands. And then it gets stuck in the webs. You can see this arcane wrap start to constrict him and you get stuck. You can move less and less. The web strains under the weight of not only this creature, but also the weight of its weapon. But holds fast.
Right.
Somehow.
Makayla would wait just long enough to make sure to confirm whether or not the spell worked, and would start running north as well.
Sure. Yeah, you start running north. Boop, boop, boop. Just dash. Mad dash.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, get out of the alleyway. Let's see. As you run through, there you almost run into Pastiche. You almost run into, but at the last moment, you see a wanderer just come out of nowhere, out of the alleyway, and try to pounce upon you. This one, this is not a surprise round.
Alright, did it enter my... Did I walk into it, or did it walk into me? Effectively.
Flip a coin.
While that's happening, Chuman is gonna send an arrow right behind the giant monster to distract its attention.
You ran into it. Make me an attack roll, Chuman.
It's gonna be right at the roof behind him.
You're aiming at the arrow, or you're aiming at the roof or at the creature?
The roof right behind him.
Okay.
Just to distract its attention.
There's a big noise of an arrow embedding it into the roof. The group on the ground, you watch as Chuman obviously misses the wanderer as the wanderer goes and attempts to attack and eat your soul. Your rebuttal?
Wait, it's attacking me?
No, it's attacking Pastiche, Makayla, Xalia.
Are you only attacking once? Or?
Just everybody gets one action. We're not going to go into actual combat for it.
I mean,
there's no way this thing lives. I just want to know how you find it, how you kill it. You are too powerful for this creature.
Fair enough.
But tell me what happens, and maybe you won't. And maybe I won't kill one of you.
I think Pastiche is just going to try to shove it as they're running by.
Cool athletics. Oh! Yeah, sure, what happens?
So this wanderer leaps out, tries to grab Pastiche. Pastiche spins around, just kind of pushes its head away, and keeps running by.
Okay. Yeah, you give it a good palm strike right in the neck. It now permanently has is looking at you crooked with its head bent to the side, and then it just raises its arms and goes towards the next person. Like Makayla, you're running past this thing, and it's just like spinning around as Pastiche quickly pushes.
I think. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Yeah, Pastiche, or as Pastiche pushes it and runs, Makayla follow behind and, bless up Aiden's pledge and just kind of hold it out to the side and just let it like bonk this wanderer's head as she's running by it.
Sure. Give me an attack roll. Yeah, you already knew.
Okay,
yeah, that works. Alright, yeah, so Makayla, you run past it and just give it a running stiff arm with your staff, with your stick. It continues spinning around. It's yeah, it's pretty comical from Chuman's perspective. Anybody else?
Xalia's gonna skitter past.
Xalia avoids it completely, using her excellent spider climb abilities to maneuver around and above a home. There's a part that falls away as you put your weight on it, but being able to easily climb a surface, you kind of like magically stick to the the places where your extremities are, so you don't actually fall through.
I think 8 legs helps too.
Well done. Viravalge runs up and he brings his knee up to his chest, bellows out a dragon-born like guttural sound, and just kicks it right in the chest. It stumbles back into some crates. Things falling off, rotting vegetable matter falling on its head, its crooked head. There's a moment, and then the rest of the house falls on top of this wanderer, makes this awful sound, and everything just smashes onto it. It's pretty done for, but it made a big sound. Viraj smirks as he wipes his jaw with his arm. Her. All right, that well done. Crisis over. As you run towards, as you run more and more through this town, you're in something of a quick opening. As let's see, Elena looks around. She doesn't see any damage. Sorry, damage. What's the word? Danger. And she takes her flaming mace out and lights the area. You can see that you're in what looks like to be a dilapidated market where stalls are open. Perhaps at one time they had wares to offer. Now there is only destruction, rotted down wood, broken and ripped tarps of various colors and stripes. And a loaf of rotting bread. Let's see here. Chuman, you watch this ogre kind of like struggling with this web.
After seeing the ogre struggling and distracted, finally looks over to see the rest of the party heading around the house in front of him, and stands up while twisting space right in front of him to walk through, so that he can appear right behind Makayla.
Snap. Phew. Makayla, something suddenly appears out of reality next to you.
Oh.
Another spider's upon you, Makayla.
The ogre shouldn't be much trouble anymore.
It speaks.
Oh, Chuman. Be careful. Like, she like turns it, like spins around, like almost doing the same thing, but this time with Aiden's pledge, and like, but stops it right before it like hits your head. Be careful. Sneaking up on me right now. I thought you were on the roofs.
That I was. Just warped my way next to you all.
See.
Can't have the ogre following us at this point.
A trick you learned at the academy, I suppose? Or from Pastiche?
From the academy. Have the raven. Have the raven. Oh, my thanks.
I see. Oh. I think when we get out of this, and
Quite.
just continue forward. I think as Makayla sort of walking through this, ruined sort of market, she looks around and just finally actually kind of takes in where she is. And there is just like this look of sorrow as she just like would say, as she's walking to like the group, just sort of say out loud that I believe my parents used to live in a castle town like this. They would talk about it a lot. Their life before it all happened. To think it's been stuck in this frozen in time for almost 1,000 years now, trapped in the storm. Come, we still have to move. Those things, those wanderers could, or spiders, or anything could still be behind us. I should continue on.
Pastiche would pause, just kind of sigh a bit, and then follow a bit further behind.
Ahead of you, you can see many streamers. There's ropes with pennants and strips of triangular cloth going from one roof to another, decorating the town road that leads north. You can see all sorts of things laid out. Looks like there would be preparations for a celebration of some sort, with all the stalls out and the markets out. You can see rusted metal, like far worn down beyond its original construction. To your right, you can see a large wheelbarrow with a flopping fish in it. This huge swordfish with bulged out eyes and like this sunken, emaciated scales on it.
Ugh.
Clearly a wanderer when faced with water retention, but unable to form its own locomotion. But this huge swordfish to the right, as you walk down this alleyway, and you see a very large gate, huge, like ramparts of a castle, so to speak. There is a very large opening made out of stone, clear, crisp, chiseled, smooth stone. Barring your path forward is a large portcullis of crisscross, like thatched metal and wood, wood reinforced with metal. The gate is closed. Flanked to its left and right are these solemn, faceless, not faceless, these solemn like statues. They appear to be wearing masks. So it's like a statue, but like with an accessory put on top of it. I'll meet you guys up here. Here, Elena, will you give him some light?
Thank you.
Let's see here. Xalia on the roof. Raven perched. So it looks like they're like these stone statues. They're about your size and height. They're just one on the left, one on the right. And looks like they're wearing accessories. There's a sword pointed down into the ground that they stand on, held with both hands, just keeping solemn watch over a somber kingdom.
Does anyone see any entrances? That's not gated off right now by a massive portcullis.
I was gonna say there's one right in front of you.
Yes, I figured you would.
Well, there's one right in front of you.
I guess look to see if there'd be sort of any other method to getting around for the majority of the party, I guess. Well, not even the minority of the party to get who are trapped on the ground, who are landlocked.
As you get higher in levels, terrain just ceases to be a problem. Yeah, that'd be investigation or perception, depending on how you want to go about it.
It's a perception, I think. 18.
Okay, 18's pretty good. You look around, you just kind of like crane your neck, look around, and take a couple steps in each direction. This wall is massive. If anything, it means you're getting closer to the actual...
like Serral proper,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. You look through the wall. Sorry, not the wall. You look through the gate. These huge pointed gate like gate stakes into the ground. You look through. You can see. It immediately drops off into this huge body of water that goes on for quite some time before more silhouetted gray structures hidden by the rain. But the wall that is currently barring your path kind of stretches on forever. There may be another gate, several hundred feet or several miles, but this wall stretches very high up, probably 40 feet into the air. You can see there's a couple holes probably used as arrow slits from time to time, or for just like people holding watch. There's parapets that have dips in them where somebody on top of the wall could hold vigil while being protected by the wall. They could just kind of like peek around, that kind of stuff.
Would Makayla have ever been told like any stories or sort of lore about the gate and gatekeepers?
Only a history
It's
check.
just like unknown.
This will be a
thing.
history check.
Yeah, that makes sense. 8.
You search through your mind, through the library in your brain, thinking back to when you were roaming around with your tribe, with your parents, with your family, with your friends, and seeing if trying to remember any sort of stories, any kind of tales about entering or leaving Cyril, about gatekeepers, about portcullises. Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. She'd say back to the group, if we can make it through this, make it past this gate, then I believe we're truly in Cyril proper.
Well, a gate like this, surely there's some mechanism to open it from the other side, yes?
Most likely. Sort of catching on what you're implying.
Pastiche will just sort of approach the gate, see if they can get a good look at the other side.
Yeah. So you approach the gate.
Provided the machinery still works.
Check
You would
left.
say as you're walking away.
Check right. The wispiness of the wind and the rain come across your face and your scales as you look around. Give me an easy perception check.
Okay. $15.
Good enough. To the right, hidden underneath, not hidden, but like placed underneath a like an awning, and then with another tarp, it looks like there's like a little mini guard station, complete with destroyed barrels and dashed apart chairs and other stuff. That looks like the telltale lever mechanism of something, of a gate opening device, of the typical pull of the typical pull or wind lever open gate variety. It appears obvious to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it's not functional, I will be right back. And then Pastiche sort of presses into the gate as an inky portal opens on it. And they'll walk right out on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, poof.
And then check out that lever.
Sure. As you move towards it, the wet sand buckles underneath your footsteps. And you make a couple steps, yeah, you get next to it. But not without this eerie sensation of something observing you. You walk through a couple... you walk towards the guard station, and you get the sensation of things like these weightless threads falling against you, or falling away from you.
Makayla, wouldn't raising this bridge cause a lot of noise? We'd have to be very quick after raising it.
Unfortunately, yes, but hopefully we could simply close it again once we're past it. And then, well, it'd be whatever awaits us inside, but at least it's only one direction.
When Pastiche feels that sensation, they're gonna pick up the pace a bit, try to brush it off, and just reach for the lever.
Okay. As you reach for the
Be
lever,
alert on your guard regardless. Sorry. Go ahead.
as you reach for the lever, Pastiche, there is a new development here. Now that you're close enough to where the wind and the rain is not bothering you so much, not hindering your sight, this has a person sitting in, like, half sitting in a chair that has been also half destroyed. They are complete skeleton, and they've got like a little skull cap helmet on their head. No eyes, just bones, no skin. They are holding in their hand a halberd, yeah, big old axe with a point on it. They're sagging and like sitting in their chair so much to where the halberd's almost on the ground, and then their little skeleton arm is waving back and forth in the wind. Your claw right next to the lever notices that there are several glistening threads attached in and around and kind of covering this little guard station in just a weave of silk. And as you look around, and the lightning flashes, it looks like you've been walking through lots and lots of this floating, weightless little flashes of ghostly, glistening light. The rest of you, back on the other side. Probably Makayla, because she's got the highest passive perception. You notice that there's like a little asterisk goes off above your head, or like an exclamation point. You suddenly realize you are one less.
Wait a minute. Wait. What swarm? Did he wander off? Viraj, they were next to you, weren't they?
Thought it was next to you.
I did not see him after I came from behind.
Makayla grimaces, but they were with us. As I said, we have to stay close and stay together. And she'd like look around behind and just like wherever she can to try and see any trace of this person.
Chuman looks down that alleyway in case he sees bugmen come up or anything moving towards us.
Okay. Just group perception check. That's pretty good. You guys are alert. Let's see here. Nah, you don't see them. They're gone. You confirm that they're not there. That is what your perception check awards.
30 on the perception check.
Yep.
I got bit.
What you do notice? Let's see here. Does anybody know? Does anybody know the language Abyssal?
Language?
Yeah.
Let's say it again.
Abyssal.
I do not.
Nope.
Okay.
Does Xalia? I like vaguely feel like she does, but I don't remember.
No, she doesn't. She does Primordial.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Okay. You hear you hear an eerie echo of just an amalgamation of sounds that none of you are familiar with. It sounds like a sentence in like in the tone and how it's spoken, but you get the sense that somebody is talking to you. It echoes around the stone walls, but it seems to be coming from a place. But you look around and it's sourceless. Pastiche sounds closest to you.
Makayla would turn to Alga and ask, "Do you understand that language? You are the scholar."
Well, no, not immediately. I can cast. I can make a understand it spell. One moment, and poof. There's a tome that comes out of nowhere. Just poof, it poofs with appropriate dust and confetti, with a wave of the raven's wing, and he opens it and he starts starts sifting pages, and he begins casting ostensibly a spell that'll allow him to comprehend the meaning of the language that is being spoken.
Wow.
Right around the time almost starts doing that, Pastiche is going to call through the gate. Well, I'd rather not be over here much longer, so if you don't mind, and then start pulling the lever.
Okay. When you touch the lever and your muscles strain to pull it down, I need a strength check. It is apparent that it is rusty, worn, halfway not working. Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that one.
Sure. You strain and good. You strain and you. It's not gonna come with just one arm, so you take two arms. You start pulling on it. It budges a little, but then you put most of the weight of your of your body on it. Start to move. It gives. You feel something kind of like, and then it juts down a little bit. You can probably get it, but not with just a couple seconds of attempt. It'll take probably more than one round of elbow grease on this, but yeah, you're getting it. You're getting it.
All right.
Do we hear you? Can I see you? No, right? It's not like a window to see it, right?
Pastiche is just barely out of your sight. Pastiche, you have a tail? I forget.
Yeah.
You can see Pastiche's tail.
Probably hear grunts of exertion.
Yeah.
Hearing that through the rain, I'd cast Enhance Ability, the Bull's Strength on you. Knowing that drops the web all the way back.
Okay.
But that thing is probably broken out by now. And so, emanating from your tail, Pastiche, you just feel suddenly invigorated with strength. You have advantage on strength checks, and your carrying capacity doubles. So.
All right.
Okay. Let's see here. So after that, there's a little flash of arcane whimsy around the literal raven, the literal bird, nearing, hanging out on Elena's shoulder, and you hear this almost chirping noise, almost skittering noise, almost like guttural scraping, but still there's something, what's the word? Not regal, there's something noble about it. There's something
refined.
Refined, that's the word, thank you. Yeah, something refined about it. And the Raven's eyes open. It turns and twists. It turns and twists its head and looks straight at you, Makayla. And his beak kind of hangs open. And he stammers, Makayla, there is something. Whoever it is very interested in you.
What are they saying?
On cue,
Mm-hmm.
Pastiche, from your view, you see this entire scene. What phases into reality just above the guard station is a being many, many, many times your size. It is probably as big as... a creature as big as the wall that this guard station is attached to.
Wow.
Phases into view. It slowly curls a leg around the rampart, hoisting its huge, chitinous, hairy, bristly body over it. It has massive mandibles that it kind of like also uses as a climbing implement. It has this spindly body, these huge legs suddenly pushing its weight into the ground near you. The rest of you see cresting the wall to the right of the portcullis is this huge, spindly, angular leg that slams into the wall, followed by another one, followed by another one, and another, as it hoists itself, and what is revealed is this incredibly sized arachnid. Monumental in size. Huge mandibles. Open. I am saying thank you for bringing me my prey. You have no idea. Incomprehensible is the time that I have waited. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Do we still have the thing, or is that just a one-time bonus?
It's 8 hours.
Oh damn!
Twig.
So I got.
I'll line up to 25.
Oh wait.
220?
Is your skill still active, or is it?
Yes, it's still active.
Reddit/1D. There we go.
Okay.
3, so 22.
What should Makayla's be?
22.
What should Chuman's be?
28.
Okay, and then Xalia's is 25. Cool. I'm going to put the fun music on and roll some initiative for these people.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
That's a lot of initiative.
Nah,
Chula.
you're fine. Chula. Let's see.
Pastiche watches this all happen. A shiver kind of runs down their spine, but they're so focused on the lever, they just keep pulling.
Let's see here. Chuman, Twig, Xalia, and Makayla. You guys get to take the first move.
So fucked up.
Should Elena?
Oh
like
right,
all of our allies
You're right.
also roll with
You have
initiative?
you have allies technically.
Okay.
Technically.
Technically, I mean, we had one of them. They're somewhere. Maybe they're still alive.
They
He's
could
chilling.
be. They could be. You don't know.
He's chilling.
Yeah. God.
I'm gonna be funny.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be able to run away from this one.
Let's see. What's going on here?
Phantasmal killering this big thing that's talking about eating us.
Okay. Let's make a wisdom saving throw. It does so at advantage.
That's so fucked up.
Oh,
Okay.
Nope.
advantage these nuts.
Advantage.
It's scared now.
Let's see here. What does it look like when you're a phantasmal killer? Like, what are you doing? What's happening?
Basically, it is entirely in the target's own head, but whatever the fuck scares them the most, it just jumps out of them. It is making their nightmares manifest inside their own head. I imagine physically it's some degree of, like, shadow moving from Xalia and infesting the eye of the target, but it isn't technically mental only.
A likely story. A likely story. You feel your spell take hold.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the advantage is... I figured this thing would have low wisdom, but the advantage probably makes it a bit less reliable than the ideal, but it's still something like a 64% chance every turn.
Pretty good. Alright. God. So, where are there like legs of this creature, like over the wall, or is it completely like on top of the?
Yeah, like there's legs going. There's a lot of legs, and they're going everywhere. The legs are like 14 feet long, coming from its body, and like it's currently draping this entire side.
All right.
With most of its mass is on top of this parapet.
Okay. I guess Makayla would. Would sort of pull out, or I guess she would already have Aiden's pledge out, but you know, I guess it probably would have needed to be re-blessed, though. I feel I didn't specify she was blessing it constantly, so yeah, she'd re-bless it, and then run up and sort of run physically, vertically as well, up near its leg, only getting I think 10 feet is the limit of my flight speed. Let me just make sure.
Yeah, it's something short. It's like 10 feet.
Yeah, it's only 10 feet, so I can only get 10 feet, so I can't get I can't get within striking distance of its actual face, right? Like its head.
Yeah,
but...
the targetable area is its token. The flavor is like its legs are moving constantly, and it's like picking them up and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So I just wouldn't be able to get in range of it, like melee?
Right.
Okay, then never mind. Then instead, yeah, I guess I would...
Because I can't draw legs. Just moving constantly.
Okay, so I can't, like, strike one of those legs?
No, and also it can only strike from its token as well.
Oh, okay. Alright then. Then I'll use,
It's just it's just the flavor. Like Xalia is currently like between two and.
That's not magic stones then.
Okay.
Uh, 17, 12.
Okay. Neither of those hit.
Okay. Just blocked by a leg or something.
Yeah, the first one, you wing it towards its mandibles, it just ping, bounces off. And the second one, like, as you're winding up the shot, a leg crashes in next to you and throws off your aim and just it goes wide.
Chuman a little bit nerved. And the nerves getting to him at seeing the size of the arachnid. But he sees Xalia and Makayla attacking. pulls out 3 arrows and takes a deep breath before trying to fire up at the arachnid. At least like as far as it could see.
Okay. Hits. There's an for the second 2, those just bounce harmlessly off of its carapace.
Okay.
But the first one does sink in. Get it good in the
I
joint.
forgot it once again. Oh well, I'll just do this.
Okay.
And
And
seeing that the 2 arrows just bounce off the arachnids, kind of like hide, slightly kind of like phases humans resolve a little.
okay. Let's see
Yes.
here. This is a regular arrow?
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first row.
And then
It's
let's
not
see.
there.
Okay. This arrow, from your first shot, it does like make connection, but it seems like it doesn't go far enough into its hide to actually cause it pain or something. It doesn't reel, it doesn't shriek, it doesn't give any indication that it is actually harmed. You get the sense that your mundane arrow might have a difficult time harming this a creature of this station.
Makayla, I might need a couple of other ideas. Chuman takes a couple steps back.
How's that gate looking?
It's
There's still
tough, but I'm making progress.
Hello, Twig.
Hello. Twig is gonna draw Repeat Offender.
Cool.
And as he draws it and takes aim, he's just gonna whisper to himself. Zens. Activate the ability of it.
Okay, cool.
Get him.
This giant spider becomes your sworn enemy.
I'm gonna roll this one.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
Okay. I'm sorry to say that it does not hit. You fire from Repeat Offender, the crossbow magically propelled towards its weak spot. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have a weak spot as it bounces off one of the hardened chitinous legs that it's using to crawl around the rampart.
Twig makes like an annoyed noise and backs up as the chamber Repeat Offender cycles to the next one.
Okay. Let's see. At the end of you guys' turn, it speaks. Long have I awaited. I must dine. I knew.
Experiencing its worst fear right now.
I knew I could sit here and wait. No, I'll get bloated. Let's see here. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea either. Let's see. Phasing into reality is a spider, and it latches onto Xalia.
Oh no.
It's gonna bite
That's
you.
pretty rude.
Not a spoder.
It's pretty big.
Not
Spiders
with.
are friends.
Yeah. 15.
It's gonna force a shield from her, but she'll still shield it.
Okay. Pshing. The mandibles ricochet off. Let's see here. Which brings us to Viravalge. Viravalge takes out his big old war pick. Pushes Twig out of the way. This shoves himself through Twig and Chuman. Oh, wait, let me show you how a real one does it. And he swings his war pick for minors at the big ol' spider attempting to chomp. Hits, actually. He gets 2 of these. That one doesn't do it. He slams and wrenches his war pick free, and then he goes to make another one. The spider whirls on him and just like bites at the war pick, and just he struggles a bit. You stupid little, give me it back! He wrenches it free and takes a couple steps back. Let's see here. Which brings us to Elena. Elena is going to. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Beseech Selene. Please. Selene? What kind of creature is this? Protect us! And she's gonna cast Beacon of Hope. Everybody has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regain the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing die rolls.
Oh.
Cool.
Nice.
Let's see here. Alma is a bird.
Bird up.
Alma says, I'm going to do a tactical reposition. I'm not running away.
Uh-oh.
You just hear the beating of wings.
No.
Let's see. Next one. Next spider. Descending from above you, Xalia? Climbing down from the parapet also is going to attack you.
Okay.
12?
Nope.
Nope. Okie doke. They're a very large...
She still looks like a spider herself, by the way.
Yeah. I guess you're not flanked. Yeah, you're not. Okay. I think that is... Yeah, that's all it's got. Pastiche! There is suddenly terror going on.
There's a little bit of it.
What would you like to do?
Keep pulling.
Okay.
I think we'll pull this for action. Just keep pulling on this lever.
Yeah, it'll be your action. Which will be an athletics check with advantage.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess this isn't carrying capacity or anything, but...
No, not for
You
this.
almost have that 18.
Right. Grunting, trying to open the portcullis. The lever does, like, it gives and it jiggles a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take you another. It's gonna take you another try to open this portcullis. But with the adrenaline coursing through you, there's a really big arachnid next to you. So like there's that's course, like that thought, that adrenaline is coursing through your veins, so it's enhancing your abilities a little bit, even more, alongside the enchantment from Makayla. You can feel it about to budge, but not just yet. Anything else?
Yeah. While Pastiche is pulling on this lever, they're going to twist a bit, do a little jig. And lighten their steps a bit.
Okay, cool. You're scooting.
And that'll be all.
Okay. The very large tarantula spider it looks straight at you, Xalia. It was focused on Makayla, but now it looks at you, Xalia, and it bellows.
Gives it a grin.
It bellows out. I know that you are doing something to me. I've been around long enough. I find it tremblesome to go near you, but how about you come here? And it spits out a huge throng of sticky, silky webbing at you. I need a strength saving throw or a dexterity saving throw, your choice. Okay, the DC is 18, so unfortunately that's a failure. It expands like a net, wraps around you. You are restrained and tethered to this creature. And I also need a charisma save.
What?
Okay. It bellows out. Wenceless, I'll be back for you, but first, I must attend to a distraction. And it disappears, but so does Xalia.
What?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Xalia!
Well, at the end of the turn, it needs to make a wisdom save.
It will make this wisdom save, as you command.
I guess isn't it technically at like disadvantage? Or it's normal advantage, right?
It has a disadvantage on ability checks. That's still a failure. DC
Nice.
17.
Cool. What does it take? 40-10 something?
40-10 psychic damage,
Nice. Damage.
which I rolled terrible on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeesh.
Okay. Your psychic damage goes through. You can see it shudder. And you can feel the vibrations along this webbing tether that it is connected to you with. And you can feel it shudder as it takes the brunt of this. You look around. You are... you look around. You are somewhat displaced. We'll come back to that, as the rest of the party has other problems.
No way.
Let's see here. This one.
What do you mean this one?
This one climbs out of a reality trapdoor and goes to bite Twig. Oh, whoops. Twig doesn't bite himself. Here we go. Goes to bite Twig. You deftly dodge out of the way. This one here. Let's see. Scoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is too high. And then goes down 10 feet. No, sorry, 5 feet. So it is 35 feet in the air. Zoop. This one climbs down. Goes to eat Elena.
Which one? Oh, Elena.
There's more than one?
No, sorry. I thought you said a different name.
Let's see.
I heard the
saving throw.
Ayla, and I thought you said Makayla, and I was like, huh? Which one?
She takes 1 billion damage.
No.
Oh boy.
Okay. Which brings us to Chuman, Twig, and Makayla. Xalia will come to you after that.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The gargantuan arachnid has disappeared, but so has one of your friends. Just vanished from reality. As more spiders come to take their place. So, what'd you like to do?
I'm gonna start smacking up the spider. The one directly south of me. Actually, no. For flavor-wise, I'm still gonna use Aiden's Pledge. So, don't think a 13 hit. How about a 22?
A 22 will hit.
Okay, normal. For 10 damage.
You slam your staff up into this thing's mandibles.
I will. Can it give me a DC 16? Hold on, what's the DC? Probably 18. Or what is my spell save DC now?
On your spellbook
For the knockback.
Oh. Your spell DC is 17.
That's right. Sorry. Do I want 1d6? I think that moving it back is probably more important. Yeah, I'll cause it to get pushed back. So yeah, it needs a strength saving throw.
Okay. Coming right up. Strength saving throw. As you whack this thing in the mandible poof, and force it backwards, tumbling over its abdomen. Legs going everywhere. More skulls crash.
Just drop down, and then I'll use bonus action to try and use the polearm bonus action attack on this other spider.
Okay.
I guess I could move down here and get advantage. A 20. Dirty.
20 hits.
Okay.
10 damage.
Damage. Alright. We're good this turn.
Okay. Twig and Chuman.
Twig?
Did you want to go first, or?
You go. I had to change my options.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do something that messed you up?
It's fine. I can make it work. I had a different idea, so it's just changing it.
Twig is gonna bonus action disengage and move down here. And would I be able to get a shot on the middle spider here from where I'm standing?
Yes.
Alright, then I'll do that with Rookie Defender.
$17 hits. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you're fine. Never mind.
Wait, which one are you attacking?
Something that he just splats into fine mist. 31 damage is enough to take down. It was already damaged. Chuman, as you and Makayla square off against this middle spider, there is a crossbow bolt that sifts through it, just whoosh, and comes out the other side with the explosion of like a grapefruit as it comes out the other side. Just it skitters and chitters and it makes spider noises, and it flips over upside down and like scrolling towards it.
Okay. Chuman was startled at first. The ghost spider appearing in front of him, and then seeing Makayla and Twig poofing back out of existence, refocuses his attention and summons the Wildfire spirit after seeing a brief opening to place it right outside of Makayla's range. It should be in range for both of them. Both of the spiders need a save.
Okay, cool. A dexterous save?
Dexter save.
Yikes.
Is this for both? Okay.
Yeah, double yikes. Kaboom! The wildfire explodes. The steam of the rain as lava and magna briefly apparate into existence, wafting up.
So the first one is for the top one, and the second is for the bottom.
Cool.
And in that same moment, Chuman then calls out to the wildfire spirit to teleport from its position in front of Makayla. So that means they need another dex save.
They don't.
Oh, actually,
they
wait,
weren't.
I'm sorry.
They're not within
Yeah.
5 feet. Okay. Poof. Makayla, you're briefly showered by just igneous rock, very hot, but somehow doesn't hurt you as a soul coiled in lava. And the wildfire aspect bursts in front of you, steam rising up.
And that's it.
Okay. Xalia, you look around. You're restrained by webbing. You can see your companions position themselves and maneuver around this battlefield while these ghost spiders continue attacking them. But it all seems gray, dreary, shrouded in fog. You can see this gargantuan creature. You've managed to hold it off with your terror-inflicting spell for now, but it appears that it is wise beyond aeons, and it has a plan for you. It bellows out, "I have other things to do. I will allow my brethren and children dine upon thee."
Did you catch what I did?
No, I didn't hear anything. What'd you say?
I killed one Slith. Thalia, boys.
Oh, I didn't hear you at all.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Were you
Your mic's working against you.
will you return your theatrics and do it again, please?
No.
Encore.
I did it 3 times.
Oh no. Okay. We've heard Xalia before. We'll all imagine it, so that way you don't have to do it a 4th time. Give me a. That's a deception check.
That isn't.
Is it?
Killed its ghost.
Yeah.
Deception or persuasion, your choice.
It's also frightened.
It's tough to be an intimidation, right?
It's
Actually-
also it's also quite frightened. So
Never mind. Back all the way up. It's intimidation.
Okay. He's better at those. Do I have advantage because it's already scared?
No.
Okay.
Okay. The massive arachnid, one of its many legs, takes a step backwards. It tilts its head quizzically. It doesn't appear to understand. You've confused it momentarily. It seems. I mean, it's difficult to read a spider, but it's done these things. You what? Impossible.
Into minor illusion.
It's your turn, yeah.
Okay, she's gonna minor illusion the Wensless ghost getting its head caved in with a magic missile.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Nice. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Actually, it was a chill touch, I believe.